This is the Self-Harming Pacifist chapter 2, right? Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Are we rolling? Hello there. And hello there, and hello there to you. My name is Zach Thraves, and I am the author of the Self-Harming Pacifist, which is a book I wrote about my experiences with depression and living with depression. I've turned this particular book into a one-man show, which hopefully at some point, this current stage of me recording this, we are in a pandemic, and there's a new variant, Omicron, which sounds a little bit like a 1982 Disney movie, although that was called Tron, but Omicron could be the villain of Tron. Instead, it's the villain of the world. So at the moment, I don't know whether, theatres are currently open, theatres might be closed again. It's all up in the air. But anyway, I'm doing a series of videos where I'm reading a chapter from the book until we get to the end, which is wonderful because it means, as I was very nicely informed at the weekend by a good friend of mine, it saves anybody the trouble of buying the book, doesn't it? Because you get to hear it or watch me read it for nothing. Now, this is the Self-Harming Pacifist. It is about my struggles with depression. There's sort of musings. It's sort of an admission of certain things. Some of it does go, it goes quite, I suppose, quite personal and quite emotional. But here we are, track 2. Track 2 is entitled Paradise. I hope you enjoy. Challenge. Try to picture your paradise. When we say the word paradise, I would place any money that the first thing to come to mind would be a beautiful green land complete with birds singing and a brilliant cerulean sky draping over the landscape and dissipating into the horizon. The air is full to the brim with peace and tranquility. Hey, there's Adam and Eve with nothing on. Whoa, it is like Eden. Now, I didn't create that imagery, but guess Eden is not too far away from the island home of Robinson Crusoe or Tom Hanks's character in Castaway. And that is not really my paradise, but it is a wide idea of paradise that has been indoctrinated into me through Sunday school and into school itself. This idea of perfection stemming from the words of the Bible. Now, remember that show from the mid-2000s, Lost? Well, my paradise is not the island from Lost, because if I think of an island like that, I imagine the monsters that raged there and a crashed plane and then a secret network of tunnels underneath and a polar bear, and that doesn't work for me. So I ask you, imagine, if you will, your paradise. Let me describe my paradise. Paradise is a beautiful garden scented by herbs and bees busying themselves over lush lavender. Music plays in the background, a glorious mix of movie soundtracks and opera, Mozart, Nirvana, a joining together of John Williams followed by Jamiroquai, the theme to Dances with Wolves leading into Pet Shop Boys, Gilbert and Sullivan operetta giving way to Stevie Wonder. As the music offers a wide variety of emotions, I then turn to sustenance. And in paradise, I would have wine, because wine is by far one of the most satisfying flavors I have ever had, albeit if it is good wine, that is. A soft white Sauvignon with a hint of citrus, or a deep red Rioja with all the power and passion of the bull. The garden opens to dear friends, and conversation flows as easy and fun. In the corner of the garden, Gizmo, the mogwai, plays with a domestic cat. As the lights fade, sparkling fires light up, and we sit down to a large screen to enjoy a movie. It is neither too hot nor too cold. It is just right. And the time freezes so that every single aspect can be remembered forever. Now, the film industry is important to the happiness of the world, as are all arts. They are storytellers, after all, even though you could be forgiven for thinking of the studios as harsh executives demanding success over creativity. The studios have one goal: money. Yet, for all that, for all the formulas and algorithms that are used to get bums on seats, and for all the sequels and of past hits or typecast actors to pull in the crowds, people generally want a good story which gives them the full force of feeling. We want the highs and the lows to feel satisfied. That is movie magic. It comes from good storytelling. But Marvel would not work were it not for the conflict and the turmoil balancing the humor and the heroic quips. We can all do heroic quips. Many of us do that in our daily lives. So then we need to balance ourselves by embracing the conflict as well. We are the balance to the force. We are the light and the dark. Luke Skywalker channels his inner rage to injure his father in order to ultimately defeat the Emperor. He channels his dark side, and while he does, he sees himself in his father. Unlike his father, he can bring himself back. He controls and embraces both sides. His father acknowledges his balance and sees what he needs to do, not through his consuming rage, but through love, which was always inside him. Love throws the Emperor down the shaft of the Death Star, blowing him into a ball of plasma. Sorry if that should be a spoiler alert for you. That is the balance to the force which Yoda always speaks about. It is the balance within us. Enough about movies. All of that was simply to explain that my chosen movie for my paradise would be The Empire Strikes Back, which opens up the storyline of Star Wars to allow the conflict in. And it is a story which reminds us that the light does not win all of the time, that it is nothing to be feared. We would sit and watch. Some of my friends would have no idea what the movie was about. The sky would turn a deep, dark blue, and the stars would open like flowers. We would eat fruit crumble, fresh from the day, and ease into a story of humanity beautifully told. That is my paradise. Not complete and always open to change. I may feel the need for sparkling water or a fresh punnet of strawberries. Sometimes I desire a steak. Sometimes I deplore the eating of meat and wish for vegetables. Variety is the spice of life, as the saying goes, but also openness and understanding. Try and create your paradise. Explore it and see how it builds. Most importantly, listen to you. Some of us find it hard to even whisper what we want, and there is no reason for that. Listen to yourself and notice what your body and mind are saying, because they need the same things, and that comes from you. Our minds and body want to be in sync and happy. Do not be afraid to act on achieving your own paradise and to share it with others. If we are open, we listen, We accept those around us and share our ideas with no fear of judgment. A happier place can be achieved, linking your dark and your light into one beautiful color, which is unique to you, your true aura. Just imagine a place where no one is wrong because no one is judged. It is just that we all think differently. That is my idea of true human earthly paradise. See you next time.